Zuko back with the birds. Another Shadowlands video. So listen, I just wanted to make a quick video here. I'm all out of coffee. Can you believe it, Mr. Penguin? I gotta get more coffee. Here's what's happening right now. If you guys didn't know, the latest reset that just happened today, it just went live early this morning, has introduced Legion time walking dungeons. Okay. Now, if you guys never went and did Legion dungeons, they're a lot of fun. They're really great, and there's a million of them. 4, 8, 12, 13 dungeons. You can do the Karazhan split one. Um, there's a whole bunch of just awesome dungeons in Legion, and on top of that, there are there's loot that you can get. And what they've done is they've done Mythic plus Legion time walking. So normally with time walking, it lowers your level back down to whatever expansion you're going to. But in this latest uh, patch, or not patch, but I guess the latest reset that just happened, they have done a Mythic plus Legion dungeon. The ability to go back and do it. So what you do is you can, it raises your level up. It brings up the Legion dungeon level to your level, and all the loot that you get is, in fact, it's not going to show it here. This all just looks like bad loot, but it's not. Trust me. This all will drop at if you do a +2, it'll drop at 210 item level. Okay? If you do like a +10, then it's going to be like 230 or 233 or whatever it is. Look at all these trinkets in here that you can get. This is just like one dungeon. Let me show you exactly how to go start this process if you guys don't know. But let me just look at the loot one more time. I'm going to look at it for a second. So let's look at Assault on Valid Home. Loot, here we go. Let's look at Trinket. Look at the trinkets you can get in here. Your auto attacks have a chance to increase your primary stat. Strength or agility in this case. That's crazy. It doesn't, it says by 1, but that number is going to be much higher. I don't know what the actual number is. I can't tell based on this. But your attacks have a chance to give you armor. That's a cool one for tanks. You can bite friendly targets and giving them leech, like a lot of leech. That says 33. But imagine if this was a 230. It'd be like 100 and some odd leech probably. Create a collapsing shadow thing, increasing your agility or intellect while you stand within it. That might be good for mages, right? Mages could put down the rune of power and then put down this collapsing shadow thing. This is an active. It throws an ice bomb. It does frost damage. Maybe a frost DK would benefit from this because their mastery increases their frost damage, right? Tiny Oozling. Your melee attacks have a chance to grant you congealing goo. Stack them to 6 times. You can consume it to vomit on enemies. So that's kind of funny. So I mean that's just one of them. I just did a black rook hold dungeon actually a second ago. There's some healing trinkets in here. This one's crazy. Your melee attacks have a chance to deal a bunch of physical damage and increase all damage that the target takes from you by 15%. That's an insane trinket. So, I just did a dungeon with a bunch of guys. This was me tanking it. We did Blackrock Hold +10. We just did that. Then I did a Vault of the Wardens +2. Vault of the Wardens was actually really hard. The final boss completely was messing with us and we forgot how to do it because I haven't been in there in so many years. But this was a Blackrock Hold +10 I did. So there's a new Legion affix as well. If you go and do a +10 or higher dungeon, you're going to get this new seasonal affix called Invasion or Legion Invasion. Basically what happens is similar to the Legion Invasions in the Legion expansion. You press on this little thing on the ground and it spawns a Legion Invasion. Happens before every single boss fight. Unfortunately, you don't get anything for killing them. You just have to do it. It's just an extra obstacle in your way. So unlike, what we're used to now in Shadowlands with remember we had the the buff, the Kiss Curse guy from when we had season 1 of Shadowlands in the Mythic Plus dungeons. You killed that guy and he gave you a damage and haste boost. And now in Shadowlands season 2 you kill the jailer dudes and they give you an anima power, which is very cool. This one doesn't do anything for you as far as I can tell. So that's kind of annoying, but here's the bottom line. You can go and do Mythic Plus in Legion. If you've never done these dungeons before, they're a ton of fun. It's really fun to redo the mechanics. And the biggest thing in my mind is that there's loot. Look at this. Bottled Hurricane for healers. I remember using this in Legion. It was really crazy. So, your healing spells have a chance to give you Gathering Clouds, then you can consume all the Gathering Clouds to heal 5 nearby allies. It actually heals for a lot. So, This is a tank one. You become enveloped in an absorb shield, and then it explodes, dealing damage. Falling below 35% health. Basically increases your maximum health. So very, very cool. These are awesome, fun dungeons to run. The loot in them is crazy. I'm just looking at trinkets. I mean, there's all kinds of loot that you can get in here. Maybe you want to gear up an alt. This would be a great way to gear up an alt. But there's just some amazing stuff in here that we should all definitely explore, and it's just a lot of fun. One thing I want to clarify really quick is that we tried using our Heart of Azeroths in there because if you remember, the Heart of Azeroth has all these essences that you can put into it, right? Like you can slot this in. I don't have it equipped right now, obviously, but if I equip it, it'll show. This is obviously disabled, but it shows the essences that would have gone in here. When we started the Mythic Plus dungeon today that I tried, it actually worked. Like we loaded into the Mythic Plus, we put the keystone in, we loaded in, and my Heart of Azeroth was working, and I was like, this is completely busted because some of the bonuses from these essences is they're completely broken. I had like I had an extra like 20,000 health just from this one right here. But then we started like fighting, and suddenly the Heart of Azeroth got disabled. And so it is just good, just to clarify for you guys, the Heart of Azeroth does not work in the Mythic Plus Legion dungeons. Even though like you think it might because you're in old content, it doesn't. I'm just letting you know it doesn't. So that's a little bit sad, but honestly, it makes sense. It would be completely overpowered if this was able to be active in the Mythic Plus dungeons for Legion. So that's what I want to say, guys. Go and check this out. I'm gonna run a bunch of these. It's open for 2 weeks. So normally time walking is only open for 1 week. This is a special one. It's open for 2 weeks. So give it a shot. You can also go do the Mage Tower. I forgot to mention that. You can go do the Mage Tower right now. It is open. I currently actually have no idea how to get to the Mage Tower. Like I know where it used to be in Legion, but I'm not sure if that's where I have to go to do it. So anyway, so the Mage Tower is open. You can go do all those trials. There's a bunch of other people who have talked about it, so you can go and get different skins. Basically, it's giving out new like sets, like cosmetic sets for you just to do it. But they're very difficult challenges. But they're really cool sets to go get. But really, what I'm going to be focused on this next 2 weeks is doing Mythic Plus in Legion and getting these trinkets. Like your melee attacks have a chance to unleash Shadow Wave. I want to go do Karazhan again. Look at all the trinkets in Karazhan. These are crazy. Attacks have a chance to summon an intangible presence to haunt your target. Like, I mean, there's just some really really good trinkets in here. So, um, go and do this, guys. This is a lot of fun. It's open right now. Let me show you really quick how to do it. That's the whole reason I came here. If you go into Oribos, you're looking for the Hall of Holding, right? Okay. This is where our keystone thing is for the Great Vault. You're gonna run in to the Great Vault area, and on the right-hand side, there's the Keystone Trader guy who is used to trading our Mythic Plus keystones. He can lower your Mythic Plus keystone, and you can do it right here. My regular keystone is too high. Can you lower it? Yep. And then my time worn keystone level is too high. Can you reduce it? Here's what the time worn keystone looks like right here. So the first time you log in this week, this guy will have an exclamation mark above his head. He'll have a quest for you to go do one Miss Legion time walking dungeon. And when you say yes, when you accept it, he'll give you a keystone right off the bat. And it will be based on what you did the previous week in the regular Shadowlands Mythic Plus. So if you did like a 14 last week, you'll get a 14 Legion time walking one, and then you can lower the level if you want to. I lowered mine down to like a 6 just to like explore it for now, but they do have regular modifiers, right? So this week is tyrannical bursting. Actually, it's different than the normal Mythic Plus affixes. So this week is tyrannical bolstering explosive, but back in there, I think it's tyrannical bursting explosive. I think there's explosive there as well. Yeah. I believe there was explosive in the +10 that I did, and then the new Legion affix. So run into here, go talk to this guy, get your Mythic Plus started, and then get in there, guys. Go get some trinkets. Like I think the trinkets are going to be completely busted if you find some that are really good. And once you do find one, if you get it at like a lower eye level, like say you do like a +2 and you get a 210 or a 213 trinket, okay, and you're like, this is awesome, I got it, but it's only 210. It's like really terrible. You can go to the Valor guy in Oribos over here in the Enclave. He's right over here, and you can upgrade your items that you find in the Mythic Plus Legion Timewalking, you can upgrade it just like you would normally upgrade an item. So all of these items in here are relevant because you can upgrade them with Valor. Like, there's going to be so many good items in here. Your melee attacks have a increase your crit by it's not going to be 2, it's going to be more than 2. But like that's crazy. You get a whole bunch of crit like for free. Yeah, these are going to be great, guys. So check it out. Check out Legion Mythic Plus Time Walking. Give it a shot. It's open for 2 weeks. It starts obviously right here. It's open until the 21st of December. Okay, so you got to fit as many dungeons in as you can over the next 2 weeks. There's lots of people running stuff. If you just go to your dungeons and raids like you normally would, go to pre-made group, find a dungeon. These are the Halls of Atonement. Here's some regular stuff. Plaguefall. Court of Stars. There's a +5 Court of Stars. There's an Eye of Ashara right there. Neltharion's Lair. They're in here. There's a bunch of Vaults of the Wardens. There's a bunch of them in here. So jump in here, guys. Have some fun. Get some really cool trinkets, and let me know what you guys think. If you want to do some Mythic Plus dungeons with me, I'm on Storm Rage. This is my paladin called Just Bob on Storm Rage, but that's where my home is on I'm Alliance on Storm Rage. So come do some stuff with me if you want to. That's what I'm going to be doing for most of the next 2 weeks. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and we will see you in Legion Mythic Plus Time Walking. See you guys.